Werewolves,
There. What? Werewolf.
written by Matthew Kennedy and directed by Stephen Miller, is a tough film to review. On one hand, there's a lot about it that's just bad. The writing is weak, the characters are flat, and the story is full of plot holes. But for some reason, I still found myself enjoying it. There's just something oddly entertaining about watching people in werewolf costumes and puppets run around for an hour and a half. The story is pretty basic. A year ago, a supermoon turned millions of people into werewolves for one night, but when the sun rose, everyone transformed back into humans. The event decimated the global population and left governments scrambling for a way to prevent it from happening again. A lot of people are saying that this movie is just the Purge with werewolves, and I would agree. The movie kicks off with Frank Grillo as Wesley, the Marine veteran turned biochemist helping his late brother's family prepare for the next werewolf event. Meanwhile, the US government announces a new experimental serum called Moonscreen.
What?
Which is supposed to prevent transformations. But as you might expect, things go horribly wrong and chaos ensues. Now, let's get into why this movie is rough. The script is overloaded with dialogue, most of which is pretty cringe-worthy. Characters talk for the sake of talking, and there's no real depth to their personalities. The writers try to inject some emotional stakes with Wesley's young niece, but the beats just don't land. Plotlines are introduced only to be immediately forgotten, and the film takes itself way too seriously at times, which makes it unintentionally hilarious. On the technical side, the werewolf effects are a mix of practical and CGI. The practical effects are fun, though the werewolf designs feel a bit clunky. The CGI, on the other hand, can be jarring, but it adds to the movie's chaotic vibe. Overall, the practical effects were my favorite, even if they weren't perfect. And let's not forget about the cinematography, courtesy of Brandon Cox. We get it. Anamorphic lenses are cool. But did every single shot need to be stretched into oblivion? Sometimes I wasn't sure if I was watching a horror movie or a perfume commercial. Despite all of this, I still found myself enjoying the movie. What Werewolves lacks in polish, it makes up for in its sheer energy. The chaotic street battles, frantic survival sequences, and over-the-top absurdity give it a kind of unpolished charm. Frank Grillo and Katrina Law, who plays his gunslinging doctor sidekick, deliver decent performances, but the script doesn't give them much to work with. Camden Gary, who plays Wesley's niece, brings a bit of heart to the story, but the emotional stakes never quite connect. In the end, Werewolves is the kind of movie that feels destined for cult status. Its campy execution and earnest commitment to its ridiculous premise make it perfect for fans of midnight horror movies. It's a film best enjoyed with friends, some popcorn, maybe some tequila, and a willingness to laugh at its flaws. If you're looking for high art, this isn't it. But if you're in the mood to howl at the screen, Werewolves might just be your next guilty pleasure.